going on, guys? ChaseWins.com coming to you for Thursday, and it is July the 8th, 2021. We have now crossed over past hump day into the latter part of the week, and as I've told you since the beginning of the week, this is where it's going to get good. Even better than it's been already, this is where it's going to get interesting. Question that someone asked me before we get started that I keep getting asked by, a lot of people that this is their first year on my Major League Baseball pass, or the first time they've ever been with the service, they've just found us, whatever. And they asked, hey Chase, why the sudden jump in the amount of top plays? Because usually one top play a day at best, and there's not even a top play every day. If there is a top play, usually it's just one a day, and that goes no matter how many sports there are. And that's the way it is for most of the year. Now, again, when you get into football season, yes, there can be two top plays on an NFL Sunday or a college football Saturday. But again, because you're, putting 99.9% of the action between all the teams right there in one day. So again, it can happen. But outside of that, the whole year, you either get one top play or no top plays. They don't happen every day. But then you get into July, and all of a sudden you're getting a top play pretty much every single day. And then multiple times a week, you'll have two top plays in the same day. And so I had people say, hey, why the sudden jump? And I said, because what have I been telling you guys all baseball season long, and especially for the 2 weeks leading up into July? July is the month of all months when it comes to baseball. When baseball starts in what usually is April, but then, of course, it keeps getting changed because of COVID. But when baseball starts at the beginning of the year, teams are all starting at the exact same. Sure, you have teams that are contenders that did well last year that are coming back in with the same, core group, sometimes an even better group. Some teams are struggling. They're depleted. They've now gone back to zero and they're starting over and doing a rebuild. Some teams are battling injury, but everybody starts at an even playing field. And it doesn't matter how good you are or how bad you are. That first 30 days is all a claw as fast as you can to get to some sort, of relevance in the game. And then after that 30 days, teams start getting settled into a rhythm. They start finding their identity, finding what they're good at, what they're struggling with, what needs to be improved on, what needs to be changed, backed off, whatever. And then that'll carry them into the next 30 days. And then once you get through June towards the end of it, now teams are really starting to figure out and have implemented changes that are working, not working, and now the playing field is set. There are no major changes that a team can go through with what they have right now. Now you have the trade deadline coming, so there will be players get moved, they'll get traded, contracts will get signed, things will happen, moves will be made. Teams will make adjustments. Teams will make shifts. But even with that, what you get now is what you're going to see throughout now and into late August. Then it will take the teams that have a shot or are locked in or want to solidify their position. And all of it's going to be postseason focused through September until the playing field is set for the postseason. Right now, all of these people that are going off of these trends of, oh, this is what happened the last week, or this is what this team's done the last 2 weeks, let them keep doing it. There's a reason they keep losing. If you're not looking back at what the team has done since day one of spring training to now and taking all that into consideration for the team you've got on the field, you will not win. There's a reason that I am the MLB king, and that I provide winning day after winning day after winning day, and that I bet no one could tell me when the last time I had a losing baseball week was. There's only been one this season. I know when it was, and it wasn't in June, and it hasn't been in July. It was early May. So, again, be careful who you do business with. But welcome, guys. Hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed. Become a part of our family. That way you can take advantage of free plays and free content that we give out every single day. Take advantage of not only the picks and the winners, but you actually get an in-depth breakdown analysis and a true reason of why we're taking the game, why it's going to win, and that you get to sit back and not only watch it win, but see what we said pan out, come to fruition, and show you that we actually know what we're talking about and that we're not just throwing a dart at a board saying, well, the Dodgers are better than, the Rangers. No shit, they are. Anybody that's giving you that and charging you money for that, either they need to be in prison or you need your head checked for continuing to give them money. Seriously. Smash the notification bell. That way you don't miss out on anything, because again, there is no set time for these videos to go up. They go up at different times every day, depending on the day, depending on the play, and depending on when we actually have the time to do them. So you don't want to miss them, and you don't want to get it so late or see it so late that you don't have time to get the bet in on the play. And then one thing that we ask, if you appreciate what we do for you guys, especially on the free end of things, smash the like button for us. Now, getting into Thursday, let's do a recap. Everybody's going to want to know. As I said, getting into Wednesday's recap, excuse me. Everybody's going to want to know, you saw the video, I released a game of the week. Now, but I did it a way that we've never done it before. Because it was going to already be a top play, I solidified that pretty much the day before on Tuesday. It's technically Thursday now. It's about 1 a.m. But after going through and there being a couple of player changes and adjustments and then running through the rest of it, that play went from top play caliber to being rated not just a game of the week, but I mean being right there on the cuffs of game of the month. So while I was just going to release it as a top play, I said, no, the players have to know this is a game of the week so they can bet it accordingly, bet it for the higher amount, and they can cash in bigger, because this is going to be the last day of hockey season. Won't be any more until the 2021-22 season starts later this year. So I had to do it, but instead of charging the $50, because it was, right after lunchtime, right about 1 o'clock when we posted it, I wanted to make sure everybody got a discount. For the first time ever, we sold a game of the week at $25. We listed it under the top play. I told you that on the video. That way you could get it at the price, and we still put a pure profit guarantee on it. And if you didn't win, you would get all plays in all sports. So no risk there. Great turnout, and it was another winner. It was the Tampa Bay Lightning. It was in regulation at minus $1.55 to take down the Montreal Canadiens in Game 5 at home to not just win the game, but to lock up the series and win the Stanley Cup and be crowned champions for back-to-back years. Now, not only did we cash that play, not only did the players win yet again, that's another game of the week that I've cashed in on. And guys, go back. Go back as far as you want. Find the last time I lost a play that big. Find the time I lost a game of the week. I've lost them this year. I think I've lost 2. I've lost 2 this year. Anyway, doesn't matter. Go back and find the last one. Major League Baseball, that's a joke if you want to go find one of those. But even in the NHL, Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals, Game 1, I had 2 plays in that game, a premium play and a game of the week. Both of them cashed. And then not only in Game 1, but then to have the final game of the series also be a game of the week that cashed, it doesn't get any better than that. As you all know, most of you were on the play because you either are on the NHL season or an all-access package, or you just watched it on video and you took my advice and you took the pick that we gave out. Our premium futures prediction 2 weeks prior to the NHL season starting was for the Tampa Bay Lightning at 9-1 odds to repeat and go back-to-back and win another Stanley Cup. Now again, everybody's like, oh, that was easy to decide. Well, really? Well, why weren't they the favorite to win it going into the season? I'm not saying they weren't expected to go to the playoffs or they weren't expected to be a contender in the East to potentially go back. But there were 3 other teams by experts and Vegas favored to win before the season started, favored to win the Stanley Cup over them. Vegas was one of them. They were technically the top team. You had Boston. That was another one. Again, they had a good shot. And you also had, for whatever reason, the Capitals. You had the Islanders right up there with them that were teetering right there around the same odds. Tampa Bay at 9-1. Everyone thought that when it came down to it, when there wasn't the bubble, when there wasn't that type of break or anything, that Tampa Bay, and just the fact that it's not a historic franchise or a hockey town or whatever they want to say, they don't have some, Hall of Famed veteran that, like, you always see on these teams that are the typical NHL guys. They're getting them. There's no way they would do it back-to-back years or even in a normal year. What'd they do? They did it again and they made it look easy. So 9-1 odds at plus 900 for everyone that made that wager with us before the season started. You cashed in on that tonight to cap off what was an amazing hockey season yet again. A ton of profit made. And guys, more winners than you will get anywhere else and from any other service that will give you hockey. Period. Not only that, just in the Stanley Cup alone, just the Stanley Cup finals, there were 5 games. I gave out 6 picks. 6 in 5 games. 2 game of the week plays and 4 premium plays. The premium plays went 3-0-1. 3 wins, no losses, and 1 push, which was a couple of nights ago on the total over 5. It was a push. And the game of the weeks, both of them cashed. The Stanley Cup finals alone went 6-0-1 with 2 game of the week winners. What more do you want, guys? That's over 13 units of profit in the Stanley Cup finals alone. And that's not including the 9-1 on the futures pick. What more do you want, guys? There is no better. So anyway, what we've got, that was a winner there. And congrats to everyone who got on it. Major League Baseball, 1 loss today. Indians, Rays, game 2 of the doubleheader took over 6.5 runs. That was the right pick. And the thing is, Cleveland, they stayed aggressive at the plate as far as how they were swinging. And by God, they just could not get contact at the right times. And then when they would get contact, they would get someone on base. That's when they would just die off. They would just die off. They would go cold. I mean, every time you thought that Tampa was putting themselves into a situation or kind of getting into trouble, it's like Cleveland just allowed them to get out of it. So again, it's one of those flukes. That was the right pick. Look at the numbers. If you were to look at the numbers without knowing the score, you would think, without question, that total flew over. It's just one of those things that happen. You have to accept it and move on. It's going to happen. So that was the 1 loss that we took there. Red Sox, Angels over 8.5. That was a winner. Ohtani, again, everybody keeps arguing with me about him being the MVP this year and about him being the all-around best player in baseball. And every day he goes out there and literally gives the middle finger to every person that doubts him. He is a superhuman stud. He is unreal. Amazing to watch. Yankees, Mariners, over 8. I know that was the free play that we gave out. Some people got it at 8.5, and I know the total, as we talked about on video, I said no matter what you're getting it at, you can play the over 8 or over 8.5. The total was at 8 when we released the game, as well as when we did the video, right at about an hour to hour and a half before game time, before first pitch. I did notice that not only did a few books, go to 8.5 earlier, but then across the board in Vegas, everything jumped to 8.5. So again, no matter which one you got it at, it was a winner, no sweat. I mean, hell, there was 6 or 7 runs scored in the first and second inning. So easy winner there. And then the Nationals and the Padres over 8.5. And again, that was another one that was teetering on 8 and 8.5. So even the clients, I told them, whether you're getting 8, whether you're getting 8.5, take over, have a ball. Another easy winner. The Nationals scored, almost double that by themselves. It was over in the early goings. Before players were even able to break a sweat, this total had gone over. So again, had it not been for the fluke loss on the Indians and the Rays total, we would have gone 4-0. But a 3-1 day in Major League Baseball, and then 1-0 in the NHL to close out the season with a game of the week winner, and another winning day, and another day of huge, huge profit. So congratulations to everyone. Now, real quick, yesterday I noticed on video, and then a couple of people have even said something, of how people do. trying to feel like they caught you in something. Yesterday, I posted a play, or excuse me, Tuesday, I posted a play on the YouTube members only section. And I posted it in VIP section. And I posted, I sent a message out and saying, if you want this play, you have to become a VIP member of the YouTube channel. And you will get a play for those members only. You will be the only people that see it. And it is a highly, highly rated Major League Baseball game. And again, it wasn't something that I released with the card because it was hours later when a change happened that made that game now get rated into such. So we posted it there, and it was the Orioles and the Blue Jays over 11. That's what we took, and that was a winner, obviously. But then I also had on the card the run line. That one, I was sitting there doing 10 things at once while doing the video, and I had the two just crossed in my mind because, again, I don't have scripts for any of this stuff. Everything I do off recall in the top of my head. So I mashed the two together. I said that the run line was a winner. It was not. That's my fault. I was thinking about that while talking about the other. So, again, while everybody says, oh, you were just trying to say that you won, it's not like people can't look up the score themselves. I wouldn't just say that a game won when it's no secret that it lost. I mean, again, people do some dumb shit. I don't know anybody that would do that. But again, I also, for those people that said that I was just trying to tell people that I won, I didn't even mention the game that we actually did win. So, again, find a hobby. Sorry for the mishap. I'm human like anybody else. I make mistakes. And I apologize. So I wanted to correct that. Now, what we've got going on for Thursday. Everybody loves the extra day promo. We brought it back last week. Great turnout. Everybody was ecstatic to see it back for the first time in a couple of months, where you could buy a 3-day pass or a 7-day pass and get the 4th day absolutely free, or even the 8th day absolutely free if you bought that one. Great turnout. People were ecstatic to buy it. And they had a fantastic weekend off of it, made a ton of money. And again, as I told you, when we do those, we don't bring them back for usually at least 6 weeks. A lot of times it's about once every 2 months. But after we talked with the sales team, we talked with everybody about it, I said, I really wanted to bring it back. But I was like, I don't want to go against our stuff, but I want to do something, for those people. The ones that want the short-term stuff, I said, we're getting a lot more people start reaching out about wanting to, give us a try, get on something, seeing if we have any specials going on. So I want to do something else for them, and I'm going to do it today. What we are going to do is we are going to offer, instead of a 3-day pass, now you can still go buy the 3-day pass if you want to, but instead of doing the 3-day and doing an extra day, we are going to do something that we've never done before, and it's called the 4 for 40. And it's just like that, 4 for 40. 4 days of all premium and daily top plays in all sports. Obviously, golf, NASCAR, they're not included. Neither are games of the week, month, of the year, just like any standard 3, 7, or 30-day pass. So 4 days of all premium and daily top plays for only $40. A 3-day pass is usually $99. And again, we dropped the price down to $50. We did that last week. We carried it into the beginning of the week. But how about getting 4 days? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday for $40. It's not going to get any better than that. Now, again, NASCAR, golf, those are not included. I don't think there's a golf tournament going on this weekend, but those aren't included. And obviously, if there is a game of the week, game of the month, game of the year in any sports, that's not included. That is something you will have to purchase separately if we have one. And more than likely in Major League Baseball, we'll have at least one. But you will get all the premium plays and all the daily top plays and all the sports that we play for 4 days, Thursday through Sunday. Now, if something happens and you're not seeing this video until later on Thursday, or you're not in a position where you can purchase until later on Thursday, after the games have started, or after most of the games have started, where you purchase and you're not really getting anything out of Thursday, don't worry. If that's the case, on Friday you will notice your account update and add an additional day on top of it. That way You do not lose anything. You will truly get 4 full days of plays for your purchase. But you have to purchase by midnight Eastern Standard Time on Thursday. At midnight, the link won't even be there. It's not about you just won't get 4 days or you won't get the price. The link won't be there anymore. There are no extensions. We're not going out further. You have until midnight. So as long as you have your purchase done by 11:59 p.m., you're good to go. If you go to click on it at exactly midnight, it's not going to work. If you go to click on it at 12:01, it's not going to be there. So keep that in the back of your mind. 12 midnight is the cutoff. Make sure you go get that, and then be on the lookout for the huge releases that are potentially coming up this weekend. As long as everything pans out the way that I think it will, we will have at least one game of the week in Major League Baseball. There could potentially be a game of the month. We'll just have to wait and see. For Thursday, as of right now, I've got one premium winner locked in for the Bucks Suns game 2 in the game 2 of the NBA Finals. So make sure you get that. That's a premium play. And then as far as Major League Baseball goes, as of this moment, I have four big plays locked in. One of them is officially a top play. Second, I'm waiting on one piece of information, and it's either going to determine whether it's a premium play or whether it gets it bumped up to a top play. But either way, it's getting released. And then I have two other plays that I really want to release, and the lines are there. I just don't have every piece of information that I want to 100% sign off on the game and release it. And until I get it, I won't. So again, there could be 6 plays. If both of those end up being a no-go, there will at least be 4, and there will at least be one top play, if not 2. So another big day. That's not including whatever Jerry and his team have in soccer, WNBA, anything like that. That doesn't include that. You'll get all that. So make sure you go to chasewins.com. The first package you'll see on the purchase tab is the 4 for $40 bucks, 4 days, and you can join us in the winner's circle. And also, that's not it. Everybody knows we charge $999 for a full NASCAR season of Patrick's. Everybody knows, go back and watch. He will make you more money in one race than you can make in a week in any other sport from any other capper, period. NASCAR is an absolute gold mine. Once we hit the halfway point of the season, which happened last week, he always drops it to $4.99, and that's the rest of the season. You get through it like into November. But we're going to do one extra. We sold the Independence Day pass this past Sunday, gave NASCAR away the first time NASCAR was ever included in anything outside of an all-access pass. People loved it. They're going crazy about it. So one thing we are going to do is for today, well, I think it's today and tomorrow, you can get the NASCAR season, the remainder of it, every race, every premium, top play, game of the week, whatever. If it is NASCAR, you get it for the rest of the season until it's over and someone is crowned a champion for $199. You don't need a coupon code. It's on the site, but make sure you get it before that price goes back up. And again, don't wait till Sunday when the race comes, because if you want it then, you'll have to pay $50 for that race, or you'll have to pay $499 to get the season. So make sure you take advantage of that now before it expires. Now, anyway, let's get on a free play. I'm going to give you 2. Well, no, I'm going to give you 1. I'm going to make this short and sweet. And again, there's still some bullpen information that I really would like to have, but I have a feeling that it's not going to be out until probably late morning, all the way to mid-afternoon on Wednesday. And that goes for both sides. But you've got the Mets going in against the Pirates. The Pirates, after, you've seen what they've done over the last handful of days. You've seen what the Mets have done. Mets taking on the Brewers, Pirates being on the road and actually sticking it to Atlanta outside of that very last game, which, again, they came into that shorthanded on pitching. They're going into this game even more so because I believe they're going to try to salvage what little pieces they have left to carry them into Friday, hoping that then the rested bullpen can carry them through the weekend and at least give them a fighting chance. Because right now, they're swinging the bat well, but they're being aggressive. They're also getting thrown garbage at them so that something anyone could hit. Now, will the Mets do that? Not on purpose. But the Mets also, again, they're hit or miss at the plate. I really want to see what the bullpen's going to do 100%. I've got an idea. I'm almost positive this will what happen. 9 times out of 10, I'm right. But again, not always. Changes happen. They could make a shift, even though it would probably hurt them, later in the weekend, and it would be worse off for them. I mean, it's not uncommon for a team to do that. But as of right this moment, the Mets are laying $1.85 on the money line, which I'm not laying $1.85 with the Mets ever. Not now. But the run line's at plus $1.10. And again, unless the Mets just throw in the scraps of their bullpen and the Pirates literally force everybody through rest so they can have a full, like anybody they want to follow up their shit show of a starter tonight, just to try to kick it off with a win and then say, screw whatever happens the rest of the weekend, I don't see a world where they'll generate enough offense. And again, the Mets, they're nothing special when it comes to offense, even though they have the talent to be. With people like Francisco Lindor, McNeil, I mean, these guys, they have all the talent in the world to be one of the best offensive teams in baseball if they could just find consistency and get their head out of their ass and stop making careless mistakes. But redemption is here when you're playing a team like Pittsburgh with the worst pitching squad in baseball. That pitching squad is using one of its worst pitchers in Thursday's game. I think their bullpen is going to go still to the bottom side of it where they should be, instead of trying to bring people back early from rest, just trying to salvage a win on Thursday and basically all but lighting the rest of the weekend on fire. This is the Mets' game to lose. It's not one the Pirates can win on their own. Now, you might have said that against the Braves, and you would have been right, but the Braves lost those games for themselves. Period. Not one thing the Pirates did won it for them. It was everything the Braves didn't do or did wrong. Same thing goes for this game with the Mets. The Mets now coming back home after playing who they played over the last 2 weeks, getting prepared to then get what should be nothing more than a cakewalk compared to what they've had to deal with. This is the redemption weekend just to get a breath of fresh air, get some easy wins, build that confidence, and get a little streak going. While the Pirates come in with a little bit of a big head, some confidence that's not justified, and in the prime spot to get their ass torn to pieces just like they did before they finished the series in Atlanta. That last game against Atlanta, where Atlanta literally took them behind the woodshed, should have been how the entire series went. But that's Atlanta's fault that it didn't. So again, I want to see what happens in the bullpen. But either way, I am going to take the Mets on the run line, and I'm going to take them at plus money. Again, that could change that line based on what the bullpens do. I don't think that information is going to be out before lunchtime. So watch that. If you are going to play it, you can play it as a premium player a little bit less, but I would get that wager in before lunchtime just to get the plus money. Because again, if major changes happen and we end up having to eat a loss on it, God forbid, you didn't lay any juice, you still got good value, and being able to take a team like the Mets at plus money against this pitching squad, that's a gift that you just don't pass up. Win or lose, I'd take that every day of the week. So give me the Mets, give me the run line. I'm going to get a plus $1.10 to do it, and I think the Mets win this game by 2 or more runs. I love you guys. Go get on the 4 for 40, and I will see you in the winner's circle.